As your company has grown, how have you managed the change from being a startup full of generalists to a growing organization full of specialists?
The good stuff and the bad stuff about running a startup business is the name is the same, but the company is different every year because it's growing like crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, we had our office manager went on maternity leave, and she came back, and there were more new people in the company than when she left, old people. So, there were more strangers than people that she knew. And that's really how it is. You've got people who fit in really well when it's like 4 or 5 people who don't like a lot of rules, people who like to, hack things together and do stuff quickly and little process, but lots of speed and real creativity. And you've got people who like, you get to a stage rather where you kind of need a bit more process. You need to make sure it's going to work for the incredible amount of orders that are about to come through or whatever. So I think in the early days we hired, I worked with some incredible people who taught me a lot about running a business, about being in a startup and the culture that you need to kind of create. A lot of the culture in the business now is really down to the first 5, 10 people. But now at 50 people, we need a bit more structure to hold it together. You do need professional managers sometimes to kind of hold big teams together and understand. You need to give people appraisals and help their careers progress and all that stuff. And you don't really have the time or the resource to do that when you're a small business. You need sort of the infrastructure to hold it all together. But the early days are crazy, right? I remember the first week we had so many orders. Everyone had to invite all of their friends. I have pictures of them in my Flickr stream. Their friends to come and pack and ship orders, right? We had to work through the week. Probably the first month we had to work every weekend. And all of our developers and their friends and a crazy kind of London tech scene kind of evolved around our office. People packing boxes and sending out orders. It was absolutely amazing, because that's what it's like when it's small. It's like the studio, the band practice stage.
Yeah.
But it has to grow up. It has to work in a studio. It has to record albums. It has to kind of grow. But you get amazing people at every stage. I think there's an expression that I learned over here, which is that the pitcher that starts the game is never the pitcher that finishes the game, right? And there's the right kinds of skills for each different kind of level. And if you have the big professional guys at the beginning, they're not going to know what to do. They need a PA. They need they need infrastructure. And the people at the beginning don't want infrastructure at all. They just want to get on with it, right? They just want to, make stuff happen. They don't care so much about process. So you definitely have to find the right people for each different stage.
Yeah.
And there should be no embarrassment. It's like this is the right stage for the right kind of person. But I've had to sort of figure out, because I didn't really have a lot of jobs beforehand, I didn't have any preconceived ideas. So I've kind of very happily grown with it the whole time.
Yeah.
Literally grown up with the business.